Oh my God, that changes everything. Scarification! It's a scarifier, darling. Scarifying! I think it's a moss scratcher. We have 4 commercial scarifiers. Oh yes, if you're looking for a scarifier, you need to watch this first.
Tested by Machinery Nation.
Now this is a video we have wanted to do for a very long time. This has been 3 years in the making, hasn't it? But we have a lawn which is just probably the worst lawn in England, easily. I should get the whole of the UK.
I'm going to say Europe.
Europe, the worst lawn in Europe. And it is thick with moss, it is thick with thatch. It has not had anything done to it for a long, long time. We took a tree down the other day, so that it's now got some light getting to it, because there's a massive thick bit of moss up through there. So what's the first thing you're going to need when you've got a mossy lawn?
Digger.
Well, yeah, okay. Completely strip it out and start again would probably be the answer to this. But we do machinery reviews. We do. And we need to review machinery. And today, let's go and show you what we've got, because it's very exciting. We have machines from Eliet, Camon,
Oleo-Mac or Oleo-Mac, however you want to say it, and Weibang.
I bang, you bang, we all bang together. Let's check them out.
So in a matter of minutes, we're going to put these machines to the test and literally rip the lawn to pieces.
It's going to look bloody awful when we're finished, that's for sure. But before we do that, let's check out what the differences are between these machines. So first up, we've got the Weibang Intrepid 348RB.
And it's the smallest one we have on offer today, and it's also the lightest, coming in at 46 kilos.
It's got a beautiful Briggs & Stratton engine on the top.
It's got the transport lever to move it into operation and into transport.
And it's got a twin belt system going down to the blades.
Carbon tipped blades, so heavy duty blades for rougher areas.
It's also got the box on the back, the debris collector, which is ideal if for light scarification. Today we've got a lot and a very heavy scarification to do, so I doubt we'll be using that, but it is a great addition on this machine.
So when I was doing research into scarifiers, I actually come across Oleo-Mac, and I didn't realise they made a scarifier themselves.
I didn't either.
So we've got the SCA 50H.
It comes with the Honda GP 160 engine.
And it's the biggest one we have on offer today. So if you've got large garden areas or a sports pitch or something like that where you want to get the job done really quickly, it's going to be a good machine for you.
And it comes with the extra wide wheels on it as well, which for a lawn like we've got, which is really, really spongy, it helps keep the level as you're going along the lawn.
And it's also fitted with swing tip blades, and it'd be interesting to see what difference it has on a lawn, swing tip blades to fixed blades.
Yes, definitely. So this is the Camon LS42.
Now it's a little bit different to the other ones we've got here on test today, because this is a multi-change unit, so you can put different cartridges into it. And Camon have produced a renovator cartridge. It's a heavy duty, basically, attachment that will just rip everything out of a lawn, so it's then ready to be reseeded. We've got that, so we'll give that a test.
And if you think this lawn's bad, we've got one that is even worse, so we're going to try it on that a little bit later on. It also comes with the Honda GX 160 engine.
It's the only one to be made in the UK. Go UK!
It's got aluminium wheels, but you can have an optional extra of wider wheels as well.
And if you're a contractor and you're worried about hand-arm vibration levels, this one actually comes with an anti-vibration system fitted into the handles as well.
Which look like they're easy fold, and it also comes with the debris collector.
Right, so this little beauty in front of us is the E450 ZR.
It is our only battery option today, because we've got the Ego-powered horizontal crank battery engine with 2 10 amp hour batteries.
It's got counter-rotating tines, so the tines work backwards to the actual way you're travelling.
Which means it can have a rear drive roller, so it's a self-propelled machine with the counter-rotating tines throwing the material up over the top of the roller into an optional collector on the back.
And it's got double cut and stay sharp blades. So it's got a tip on it that is really hardened, so it stays sharper for longer. And being double cut, they're closer together. So in theory, you should only need to go up one way in your lawn and not have to go different ways. And couple that with the Ego power plant and the anti-vibration handles, you've got really low HAVS rating.
So on the lower end of the lawn, we've got some really, really thick moss. So we're going to be able to see how well it pulls that out. We're going to do a row from each scarifier and then rake out the material out of the way and compare to see what the results are.
And up the top of the lawn, we got more lateral growth. There's less moss in it, so we'll see what that pulls out and which blade setup, the different effect of different blade setups on that type of area.
Weibang first?
Weibang first.
So we've set all the machines to the highest setting, because in my experience of scarifying, I end up taking out too much material in one go, or you just struggle to get the machines through it. So all on the highest setting to start with, and then we can lower them down as we need to. Oleo-Mac time. It is indeed. Honda GP engine. Are we on? No, on's up here. On and we're away. Wide girl.
And I've got the Camon LS42. Ooh, centrifugal clutch.
There we are. All right, give that a whirl.
That's more like it.
Right, now time for the Elite with the Ego engine on it. Oh, turn the key and we're up and running. That was easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought I had to work it out. It's on, and now drive forward. Well, that's the first self-propelled Scarifier I have ever used, bar a ride-on one, and that is definitely the easiest machine I've ever used to do that. That's amazing. All right, so 4 strips done. If you're wondering why every now and again you get like a bit of a bail coming out, it's because some of the Scarifiers will just build up material underneath and then suddenly just let it out, which in some instances when you're trying to clear it all up afterwards is quite nice. Otherwise, like the Weibang has left a nice sort of even row all the way through, and then others have left bails. And then the Elite is on its highest setting. Although it's very nice to use with self-propelled, it doesn't actually go that high. So it's going to be quite interesting to see that. But let's scrape the moss away and see what we've got. A definite noticeable difference between all 4. The Weibang here on the end has just done a little light tickle. Same with the Oleo-Mac. The Camon has gone down a little bit deeper, but that's due to our settings. And the Elite again has probably matched the Camon for what it's taken out between the two, but all 4 have done a really good job. If we set these 2 down lower, it would do pretty much exactly the same as what those 2 have there. Right, so one important factor of all Scarifiers is how to adjust the height on them, because some of them can be a little bit fiddly. So let's check out the Weibang first.
So Weibang, you got a transport position and you got an operating mode, and the height of adjustment is easily done on this thumb wheel. So you open up the screw thread, drop it down, and it will drop it down to a lower setting.
And the Oleo-Mac?
Very similar. You got a transport position and you got operating mode, and again with this one you can adjust your height just on that thumb wheel.
And the Camon?
Really nice setup on this one. Again, lockable thumb wheel, which you undo like so, and then you can turn the axle up and down on there and lock it back into position.
And on the Elite?
And the Elite, a little bit different to the rest of them. You've got this locking pin which you push to the side. You can undo the thread or do it back up on there, and your height of adjustment is then altered on that side, but you have got to do it on both sides of the machine.
So while we're moving up to the next area, we thought we'd just try to see, because as they're pushing it, to see if you can actually drive this without the blades going.
Beautiful.
You can as well.
Do you know the other thing you can do?
Quite slow.
You can actually turn down the revs.
I'll turn the revs down as well.
Pretty good.
That is very good. Go on, rev me up, Josh. There we go.
Easy does it, James, easy does it.
This one's like a race car. Oh yeah.
Right, so we're up on the top bit of the lawn now where, like we said, there's a little bit more lateral growth, there's a little bit less moss. So what we want you to do, guys, is let us know if you're a domestic user, a contractor, you're looking to buy a machine for this year, what you actually run, if you have one yourself, and let us know what you think of these machines as well. Right, Jamesy, you ready?
Yeah,
Let's
I think we should keep the Camon and the Elite at the same height we already had.
Yeah.
And then drop these down a little bit.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Right, let's do it.
Right, Weibang. So as you can see, that's pulling up more grass and the old thatch, which is, well, the long grass. Obviously it's left long last year before we bought the property, and the grass had laid down flat. So that's why you're getting a lot of this tall sort of heavery type stuff. So that's there, but yeah, it's pulling up and ripping out quite a lot of the, as Josh says, lateral growth.
Yeah, and this one here,
It's going deep.
it's going deep. It's really tearing it out, and it's because you've got thinner blades as well. It's almost creating your lines, your deep lines. So when you're overseeding, the seeds will go into the lines as well, won't they?
Yeah, literally rotivating in, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've probably gone a little bit too deep on the Oleo-Mac and probably not quite deep enough on the Weibang. What are you doing? One more, there we go, that's it. Either way.
No, we're off.
Right, I'll push mine, shall I?
Go on then. Oh, it's actually breeze using that. Look at that, I can even use it one-handed.
So it doesn't help that this ground is so unlevel to give a nice even sort of finish. But obviously the Camon's gone in quite deep there, but that's the ground, not the machine. But you can see here, on where the Eliet has gone, it is just taking out a fine layer all the way through there. But because its blades are covered closer together, it's actually chopping it up more than what the others are doing. The others are leaving bulk. The Eliet is
It's giving a cleaner finish.
much cleaner finish.
A lot cleaner finish.
And well, as we saw in the last one, they are very similar heights.
Yeah, and there's none of that long. I know we might have cut the grass a little bit shorter in the previous video, but there's none of that longer grass left, is there?
No, there isn't.
It's really tearing it out.
Yeah. It's almost you could just go over that with a lawnmower afterwards and clear it up, whereas that you've got a rake.
And I think that's one thing Eliet was saying, is it is a one-pass job sort of thing, isn't it?
And if you had the grass box on the back there, or the debris collector, then you wouldn't need to rake that at all. It'd all go in the back.
No.
That's quite interesting, that is. Right, there's some definite different results from all 4 machines. We're now going to set up the camera on a time lapse, spend some time on each machine, and then round up with our verdict and our opinions, if they're worth anything at all, at the end. So we're going to set all the machines to the same level. So we've got a board here so we can measure how deep the tines are going in, and we're going to do that on all 4 machines so that this lawn is done all at the same level.
What a mess we have made there, haven't we? But it has dragged all that crap out of the lawn. And if you consider what we had before to what we got now, we can even make some hay bales. Right, let's get the other side of the lawn done.
Last little bit.
We're passing like ships in the night.
Isn't it, eh?
All joking aside, that looked bloody easy to use.
The reality is you could literally make a phone call while using that.
Yeah.
It is that easy.
And
I know if that was a battery machine, then that would be as quiet. Such a pleasure to use being self-propelled.
So it has to be said, they were fantastic machines, and they have done a hell of a job, haven't they?
And they're all good scarifiers. There's no getting away from
No.
them. They do exactly what they're supposed to.
We have put them in price order though, but if you want to check out the prices or look at the other specs on them, then the links will be below in the comments. So check that out. But first off, we'll just quickly run through what we think of each machine. So Weibang then basically, to sum it up, it's nice and compact, it's well priced, it's well built, and it's got the hardened tip blades.
The Oleo-Mac, you have got the width, and if you're doing a large area, which is very flat, it'd be absolutely brilliant machine. On here, where it's so undulating and the ground is all over the place, then a narrow machine is better because you can get into the little dips and crevices. But on a large area, that would just come into its own, it really would.
Definitely.
It's got the Honda engine, it's really easy to use, and it's got the nice wide wheels, which I really like, because even when you're going over the material you've cut, then it's just going over the top of it rather than pushing it back into the ground again.
And then the Camon, obviously UK built. It's built like a brick outhouse. It's got the option of the wider wheels as well, so if it's softer ground, you're not going to sink in with narrow wheels. Then we were going to show you the renovator cartridge that Camon produced. Look at that bad boy, and the verticutter, but I think we're going to save that for another video, aren't we? And we got another lawn area which is even worse than this, and we're going to really put it to its test and show you what the Camon can do.
And then the all bells and whistles Eliet. What a machine. Yes, it will be the higher priced one out of the four here, but you've got the Ego power plant on the top, but they also do the petrol equivalent as well. But being self-propelled, oh my God, that changes everything when it comes to scarifying, without a doubt. And because the blades are counter-rotating, you know, you're not trying to be pulled along by the machine all the time like you are in more traditional scarifiers. So yeah, I do really like that one. I like them all. They're all very, very good. I've used the Weibang before and I was super impressed with that one. But self-propelled wise, massive tick in the box. So as we said, the link for these products are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. We're Machinery Nation, and we bring you videos every week about tools and machinery.
Remember, subscribe and like the video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Cheerio!
Cheers!